Shanti,
Yes.
So, oceans of love, everyone, and welcome to this beautiful gathering today. Very lovely to be with you all and to unite in this link of love. And we're going to start with a few minutes to connect our hearts and minds together and to the Supreme, and to experience the ocean of love. So, let's begin by taking a few breaths. And as you breathe, feel yourself settle into yourself, as though there is a wave of peace washing over you. And there is a magnet in your heart calling and bringing all of your energy back inside.
Sounds good.
And you start to feel yourself settle into your heart. And you feel yourself connected to your own heartbeat and to the heartbeat of all of humanity. You feel the heartbeat of the earth under your feet. And you feel in this moment, even beneath the words being spoken, there is a deep silence. And in this silence is an eternal love that is uniting us all. And that we are united with the Supreme Spirit, the Divine. And that being's love, the love of the Source, is pouring into our minds and our hearts, our bodies and our being, like a fountain of light. And this shower of love from the Supreme is purifying your heart, cleansing, removing any hurt, any burden, any pain. And all you have to do for the next few moments is receive this shower of light from the ocean of love. As you are grounded by the heartbeat of the earth and of our connection to each other. And as you breathe, you melt into this love. It is so strong that you cannot even resist it. It is so strong that it completely envelops you. This love of the source. And you hear and you feel this one singing to you. There is a love inside of your soul. There is a love calling you home, calling you home. And so we continue to melt into this love as we move into our time together for this beautiful program that's been put together. And this program is inspired in the memory of our beloved Sister Chandru, who envisioned and proposed the original Link of Love project. And anyone who knew Sister Chandru knows that she emanated such a powerful love. And I remember towards the end of her physical life, and she emphasized love. It was the most important thing to her. That was really, when we get to that place, that's all that really matters. So as we enter into our event today, I really invite you to let this love pour forth uninhibited. We're not in this world forever, and really in the end, what counts is how much we've loved, how much we've allowed ourselves to be loved by ourselves, by each other, and by God. And that always, eternally, there is an undercurrent of this deep, silent love constantly, always, forever. It's a spiritual love that will never end and that carries each of us through our entire journey. So may we experience the eternal link of love. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Thank you very much, Ariel, for giving this wonderful opening and also opening the heart to receive and to accept love. Good morning, everyone. And as it is customary in the Brahma Kumaris to greet with Om Shanti to everyone, which means I am peace. And welcome to the Link of Love program. Please, just make sure that you would put your mics on mute, and we would later on communicate through chat, and they would explain to you, what to do. But I just wanted to let you know that we have translation at this point in many languages, and in Hindi, in Spanish, in Tamil, in Persian, and in Arabic. Persian is labeled as Iranian. And also we have the Link of Love presenters this morning with us. You know, we just heard from BK Ariel, who she is the a Raja Yoga meditation teacher and has been with the Brahma Kumaris for 11 plus years. And she's also an instrument for spiritual teaching. A talented artist, as we have just heard. She is not only a writer, but also a singer and songwriter for Prima Music. And then we have with us BK Anjali, who has been on her spiritual journey and in practice with Raja Yoga meditation since 92 and since age 8. Anjali has been practicing Raja Yoga meditation both in her personal life as well as her professional life, and she lives in suburbs of Chicago and working as a business architect in healthcare industry. And then we have with us BK Michael, who is also a meditation teacher, a spiritual life coach, an entrepreneur who has been practicing Raja Yoga for over 25 years. What is interesting is that his spiritual journey started, at age 18 when he unexpectedly experienced this out-of-body experience, during his first meditation, and he received some vision of his future, and since then, that experience made him devoted to helping and assisting other individuals from all over the world in discovering their own spiritual path through various mediums, and various ways like books, meditation classes, podcasts, courses, etc. So we have with us a very rich gathering, a very rich group of presenters, and a very rich topic. So I'll pass it on without delaying any further, to Anjali, Ariel, and Michael to please take the Zoom floor in your hands. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Welcome, welcome, welcome. What a beautiful, loving gathering. So we are going to be exploring this feeling of love, this expression of love. And so I would invite everyone to get ready to go deeper within yourself. And also you might want to get a pen and paper or something you can write on, just so that you can take some notes and journal some of these questions we're going to be asking you. And the first thing, as we explore this topic of love, is to just feel into the different feeling between having an open heart and a closed heart. So let's just take a moment. Who likes to feel love in your heart? Raise your hand if you love to feel it. Yeah. Doesn't it feel wonderful? The feeling when you're feeling fully open, when you have an open heart, it's such a beautiful feeling. So we all love that feeling. And then sometimes throughout our life, we have been hurt by people. And when we're hurt or when something happens, it can make us want to close our heart down. And when that happens, we actually block the love coming out and we block the love coming in. So we actually become very kind of restricted and stuck. Does anyone know what that feels like when you've blocked your heart or know people who are very closed? It's a hugely different feeling state, isn't it? Between feeling open and feeling closed. So right at the beginning, we want to just tune into this, because this whole Link of Love program is based on us being willing to open up our hearts, open up wide, because the wider we open our hearts, the more love we can experience, and the more joy we'll experience, the more we can feel alive. Because if our heart is closed, then we're in some ways a bit dead, and that really doesn't feel good. So let's just take a moment. Everyone here, I mean, let's be honest, if you're on a program called The Link of Love, you're obviously a loving soul anyway, because who's attracted to this sort of thing? So let's just take a moment, just very consciously, to open your heart. I'm sure it's already open, but you can open it even wider. And just feel that experience of opening up your wonderful heart, so that that love can flow. We can take a few beautiful breaths. Ah, yes. Isn't it wonderful? And this is something just to come back to, just to be aware that there are these two different states throughout the day. You might notice you're a bit closed, then you can open it back. And some people think that it's not safe to open their heart because they might get hurt, right? That's why we close the heart. But really, we are more safe with a big open heart, because when we send out loving vibrations, we create an aura of love all around us. And that aura protects us from negative vibrations. So coming from our heart, opening our heart, is not only feeling wonderful in ourselves, not only does it support other people, but it's actually more safe than us closing down and being all cold and negative. So if any part of your mind or your heart is thinking, well, I'm not ready for this because I'll get hurt, realize that this is really creating a sacred container that surrounds you, that you move through life with this big aura of light around you. So let's just take a moment just to feel that. Just imagine yourself in this big heart with this big light around you. And you can feel protected in that light. Sometimes it's useful to draw a little picture of yourself surrounded by a big heart, just to give a visual image to remind you. So we're going to, as we go into this program, just keep that awareness, that feeling. So the next thing for us to explore love is to know the difference between what is true love or unconditional love, selfless love, real love, and limited or selfish love. It's very powerful to feel into the difference. So most of us have experienced both types of love, and probably it's more the limited selfish love that we've experienced, because we live in a world with a lot of selfish love around. And selfish love is where someone does something loving towards us, but they want something back in return. Has anyone experienced that? Where someone is, sometimes people can be very, very nice to you all of a sudden. Has anyone experienced this? This person's extra, extra nice, extra loving, and you think, what do they want? Right? You can feel that they're wanting something. Does anyone know what that's like? Or somebody is very loving towards you, and then you do something they don't like, and then they cut you off, right? Or they stop returning your messages or just block you. Does anyone have that experience sometimes? Everything's fine, everything's good, and then they just cut, right? This is a very harsh experience that I'm sure everyone's had. And then on the other side, there is this unlimited love where people are not trying to get anything out of it except just being loving, because being loving feels good. So let's take a moment now just to feel into this. Think of an experience that you've had where somebody was selfishly loving towards you, that they were loving temporarily and then they cut you off or they stopped being loving. And just make some notes of that sort of experience. If you can think about something or somebody, I'm sure all of us have got various experiences. Just take a moment to think of that. I don't want to dwell too long here because it's not a very nice experience. Where somebody was very loving and then they stopped being loving. Or they were only loving because they wanted something from you and then they cut you off. And in the chat, you can write down, how did that make you feel? How did that make you feel when that happened to you? Hopefully the chat is public. So just take a moment to think about that, feel into it. How did it make you feel when you were treated with selfish love?
I'm feeling sad.
Right. Yeah. It feels bad, doesn't it? You get wounded. Yeah, it feels sad. Someone else said insecure and sad, because you've been abandoned in a way, right? So 1 minute you're being loved, cheated, mostly like that with sales guys, brokers, etc. Yeah, isn't it true? People, they're so nice to you as long as you buy their product, right? And as soon as you say no, then everyone runs the other way. Used. Someone said used here, coming from my daughter, it really hurt. Yeah, I'm sure it did with your daughter. Discarded like old trash, feel like I've done that unknowingly to others, right? Yeah, I'm sure we've done it ourselves as well. So these are some of the experiences: isolated, invisible, punished, not respected, right? This is very, very negative. And this course hurts our heart when that happens. And then it makes us feel like we want to close our heart and not be loving to others. Broken heart is another comment. Very lonely. Yes. So this is very, very painful experience. And we've all experienced this more than once. This is often many, many times. Rejected is another comment. So this has happened so many times with us that we live in a world of wounded hearts. And hurt people hurt people. And another comment here is fearful and uncertain. You don't know where you are with people, with the world. So this is all what happens with selfish love. When people are selfishly loving, this is the consequence: lonely, rejected, fearful, insecure, uncertain, not respected, broken heart. So no wonder we close down. And we've also done this to other people, haven't we? Let's be honest. Let's be honest. How does it feel when we've done that to others? when we're loving, but it's not coming from the right place, how does that feel in our own selves? That also doesn't feel good because it's not coming from that unlimited place. So the point of this program is that all of these feelings, they're all not, another comment here, not pleasant. Yeah, when we're coming from that place or someone else is, all of this is causing us so much sorrow, closing our heart, making our life worse. And what we're doing today is we're learning a different way of opening our hearts to a higher level of love, a spiritual love. So let's move into a different topic, because I know this is painful because we're talking about our wounded heart here. How does it feel when someone is giving you real unconditional love, pure love? Can you think of a time where you've received pure love from someone? They didn't want anything in return. I'll just share a quick story with you. One year I was in India at the meditation center in Mount Abu, and I wanted to go to Nepal, to go up in the mountains. So I asked the people there if they could arrange it, and they said, yeah, of course. So they were very loving towards me, and they arranged all these tickets and bought all these tickets for me and gave me all these letters to give to the centers. And I remember I was traveling across India, all the way across from one side to the other, on my own. And part of the trip, I arrived in the middle of the night, around like 12:30 or 1 in the morning, at some random place in this train station. Didn't know anyone there, didn't know where I was. I got out of the train and there was only one person there. Everything else was deserted. And there was this brother, Raj Yoga person, on his bicycle, and he took my bag. It actually brings me to tears thinking about this. This is the problem with love, is that it makes you unable to speak easily. But anyway, he was there. He took my bag and we rode back down this little road in the middle of nowhere to the center. And the center was by this river, and there was no one. It was being built, right? This building wasn't even properly built, hardly any walls. It was just the scaffolding. And they had one nice bed and one fan and one area that was protected from the mosquitoes, or the mosquito net. And there was thousands of mosquitoes everywhere. I've never seen anything like it. And they insisted that I had this bed. And they made me some food. And I was in the middle of nowhere. Right? I didn't know where I was. And I'd never actually experienced that level of selfless love in my life from these people who didn't know me. I don't remember who they are. But I'll never forget the love. So just tune into that feeling, right? That's what I'm talking about. That's selfless love from the heart. So does anyone want to share a story or how that made you feel, when you experienced that level of love? My apologies, by the way, for tearing up. It's just some of these things that is very touching in the heart. So what can you do? You're welcome to type something in the chat, or we can unmute you if you want to share a quick story of your experience of selfless love with somebody in your life.
Yes, I would like to share one of the story.
Beautiful, thank you.
One time, it's a long time. I'm talking about 1995. I was driving on the freeway, and then my tire got punctured. It was a winter time, so it was so cold, and nighttime very dark, around like 7:30. And rarely, I just came from India, so I don't know anything about the change the tire and this and that. And that time there was no cell phone. So, on the freeway, there was like a booth. You walk there and put the like a quarter, call some help. And I just trying to walk, like I parked on the side of the road. I was walking, and then rarely I walk maybe only like 15 feet to look for the booth. And the one guy, he just stopped. I think he was just Chinese. He just stopped by next to me and he said, "Do you need some help?" I said, "Yes, can you please? I really don't know anything about this." And then he come to my car. He said, "Okay, where is your spare tire?" Honestly, I have no idea at all. I said, "I'm sorry, I don't know." He said, "Do you know the power jack? Where is the power?" I said, "No." So I did not know anything, but he said, "Don't worry." He did every single thing. He put my tire back, and then he left. It's just like, I would say, just, the God sent me the angel from somewhere. He came to me, and after that I never see him, never met him, but that was, I would say, miracle. And like, it's for lifetime. Until I death, I my death time, I will remember that in my heart. So that's what I like to share.
Such a beautiful story. And he had nothing to gain. He could have just driven past, but he wanted to stop from his heart,
Yes.
And we never forget these experiences, right? This is how powerful it is. And so can you imagine if more people, imagine if more souls in the world, if everyone was loving like this all the time, what kind of world that would become? So our aim of this experience today is to bring this love, to learn how to practice this in ourselves, and then become people who are giving that love to others. So who would love to experience more love in the world, in your life and in the world? So with this in our hearts, let's move into a little meditation with Ariel, and then we're going to go into some more stories and how to experience this and what the different types of pure love really are. And thank you so much for everyone's comments and for your beautiful story.
Thank you, Michael, for such a beautiful, touching story and introducing this feeling and awareness of these different forms of love, and really even the selfless love we might not even call love, right? It's just that we call it that in our society. But this true love, this pure love that is of the soul, that is of being eternal family, is true love. So let's go into this experience again. And because we were all just tapping into our own experiences of the heart, let's really start there too. You might even place your hand on your heart and feel the tenderness of your heart. And almost feeling yourself as you were a small child. Take a breath and shower your heart and yourself with compassion, with mercy. That precious, precious, innocent being who you are. That precious, precious divine light who is love. Take a breath and feel a shower of loving compassion and mercy that soothes and heals. As we start with feeling this for ourselves, can I love myself unconditionally? Can I love myself beyond right doing and wrongdoing? And can I touch that purity and innocence that I am, originally and eternally, no matter what? And as we touch this love and we ground into this love, feel how this love overflows for all of our human family. Each and every one of us has always done the very best we could at the time. Just take a breath to feel that. Each and every one of us has always done the very best we could in each moment, whatever that looked like. And so allow this healing wellspring of love to pour forth and bathe humanity, our brothers and sisters, each other. It's when we tap into this deep love that will not die, that is unconditional, that this healing wave pours forth and blankets the earth, the elements, the animals, and all human souls. And such a perfect love is innate within us because it is the quality of our divine parent. The nature of God is pure, unconditional love. God does not look at any child with any vision other than perfect love. So let's take a few more moments together. To, in this time, right now, let your heart, let our hearts be healed, be set free, be illumined with the perfect love that washes away anything else. There is love inside of your soul. There is love calling you home. So open your heart, my dear, let go of all your fear. There is a love that will never leave you. Open your heart, my dear, let go of all your fear. There is a love that will never leave. Breathing that in. And let this memory of perfect love guide your every step. And it is in this love that we go home, we come home to ourselves, to each other, and to God. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Thank you, sister, for that beautiful meditation experience, connecting us with the divine, our inner being, love. So as you know, brother was also sharing about love, what exactly the love is. Like we were talking about selfish love versus the real love. But what really the love is? We often, try to express our love to our friends, to our family members in a form of giving them some gift. Sometimes we try to please people. We try to do certain things to make them happy. We try to take them on a vacation. We try to take them for shopping or sometimes for dinners, lunches. We give them gift cards. We often, cook for them. So many things that we do to express our love. And still, after some time, we feel like, people are still not getting it. They have more expectations. They have more that they need from us. So what really love is? I think let's take, few moments to go within and ask this question to ourselves. Did I really understood what real love is or what love is? Is it a feeling? Is it an energy? It's a vibration. What is love? Close your eyes and just connect to yourself. Ask yourself, what is love? What is love for me? I want to open my heart today. I want to feel that real love, that unconditional love. But what is love? And whatever I understood until today, let it go for some time. Let me really understand a different perspective of love today. Forgetting everything that I learned today, let me unlearn and relearn what is love to me. To feel the real love. Om Shanti. So I'll start with a story. It's my personal story of love, so that I can really share, as I started doing Raj Yoga meditation at the age of 8 when I really had no idea what love is. I had no idea what meditation is, but I started practicing in one or the other way. A situation came into my life where, I have one brother in my family. He's my only brother. And in India, we have a festival where you tie a knot of love on the wrist of your brother every year. It's a festival that we celebrate. It's a love between the sister and the brother. And we both were so connected to each other. I thought this is the love. This is the only love, because that feeling of purity between sister and a brother, tying that knot of love, that was love for me. I was living and breathing because I was, sharing each and everything with him. He was always close to me, my heart. And a day came in my life when I was in a different city and he was not able to come on that festival so that I can really tie that knot of love on his wrist. And in the morning, I still remember the tears were falling down my eyes. And I was like, how could this happen to me that he didn't came? He loves me so much. How could he do this, that he didn't show up on this day where I had to tie this knot of love on his hand? He promised me that he will come. Then why this happened to me? And all of a sudden, I realized that, is this really love? And because I was practicing Raj Yoga meditation, so I went to this Brahma Kumari's meditation center where we were practicing it. The moment I entered into the meditation room, I really got a thought from somewhere in my heart that this divine, supreme spirit is my brother. That was the first time in my life, it was in my 20s, when I connected with the divine in this form of relationship of sister and brother. And for the first time, I felt like, I want to tie this knot of love to the divine being. And from that day, and it's very wonderful that, next year, I came to United States. So that day never came into my life when I was present to tie the knot of that love to my real brother. And I got into this beautiful relationship with the divine being, that he was always there with me when I can tie that knot of love. So how do you really, express your love? What is love? There are various ways where you can really express it. Now, as I was talking about, in the world, people do it often, like, giving gift and, doing so many things. But we will see 5 different ways today how you can really express your love. Now, the first is sharing or, expressing your love through feeling and vibration. And that was about it. When I entered into that meditation room, that was the loving feeling, the loving vibration that I could feel, that the divine supreme being is my brother. And I never ever, like, it's almost 15 years now, I never ever realized that I have a real brother, who I have a blood relationship, and he's back in India. I never realized it because I have this beautiful relationship with the divine being as a brother. So it's like the feeling of the feeling and the vibrations. How can you express it to others? How the feelings and the vibrations are getting created. So just take it, take just few moments and look at your life, there are people around you, the people who are you in relationship or maybe family, friends, in office. Often we come in contact to the people and we feel like, we feel uncomfortable when we come closer to them. There are people we feel very comfortable. We feel like, they are very loving to us. They're very kind to us. They didn't do anything. They didn't say anything. But we still feel a feeling of life, like a feeling of love, like the vibrations of love. It's because of their aura. It's because of the vibrations. It's because of how they feel about you, how they feel about other people, how they see people, how they feel about each and every human being on this planet. So your feeling, your vibrations, it's like inside out. It creates that vibration, that aura around you. So this is one way of expressing love, through your vibrations, through your feelings to others. And it doesn't mean like, you have a very loving feeling for few people in your life, and there is one or two people about whom you don't feel good. Then you cannot express through feelings and vibrations, because the feeling and vibration has to be loving for each and every one. And this can only happen when we have this clarity that each and every human being is connected to the divine supreme being. We are all connected in some or the other way. We all are loving beings. The moment we realize it, that feeling of love, the vibrations of love start spreading automatically. Another way, like, how we can really express our love, like if you see, around you, if there is a child who is 1 year old or 2-year-old, a child who cannot talk, who cannot really do anything for you, who really cannot think too much or, create beautiful thoughts for you. But the moment you come closer to that child, his loving face, that beautiful smile, makes you feel that real and pure love. So when you walk, like, you're walking in your office, you're walking on the road, you're going anywhere, that beautiful smile on your face, as if you have that attitude of gratitude for everybody, just feeling that love within you is expressed through your face, your smile. I've often seen, like, people in my office. This is again, my experience in my office. I don't know, like, if it has any meaning or not, but really, I have seen people, when I wish them good morning, they will say morning. There are many, many people, many. Sometime, initially when I came to United States, I was like, I don't know, is it because they don't have anything good in their life, or what does it really mean? Because people generally don't even say good morning or good evening. They will just say evening, morning. That's it. So how do you express through your smile, through your face? Is it what you're feeling inside? Because it's inside out. It's not like a makeup, every day you put it on your face and you just, feeling that face with the makeup. So it's not like a smile or loving feeling that you can put on your face as a makeup. It's the inside out feeling that naturally comes from within. It's more of like, as if you're using a perfume in the morning and the fragrance is like of rose or sandalwood or something, really a nice fragrance. You don't have to tell people, what perfume I'm wearing today. Naturally, they can smell it and they will feel it. Yeah, your perfume really smells so good, because that's inside out. That's the expression of love through the feelings, vibrations, through your face, through your smile. I'll tell you one more story about love, because I have so many experiences with the divine supreme being after I connected with the divine as a brother and sister relationship. I also had a relationship of a best friend. So I remember when I first went for my job interview. So I finished my engineering and I went for my first interview. I had no fear. There was no desperation to get a job. There was no fear at all. And there was a chit chat going on in my mind. I, as a human being, the being inside this body, through my mind, I was connected to the divine supreme being as a best friend. That relationship of the best friend, that's the love I was feeling. And there was a chit chat going on in my mind. And I was like, okay, you know what? It's you who has to give this interview today, not me. It's your exam, not my exam. So I had that very clear, a best friend relationship with the divine, that I was expressing it, that you have to give this interview. Now it's all up to you whether you want to pass or fail. It's going to be you, not me. So that unconditional love, that feeling, that vibrations of love was flowing from the supreme being into the human being. And that comes like naturally when you're practicing meditation. And that's how, that inside out, you are easily able to spread it among the people who you are in contact with. Another way, how you express your love is through your words, right? How we talk to people, like as I said, morning and good morning. That's also one way of you just expressing your love. And it's an unconditional love, a selfless love, where you have no expectation, like people will say good morning or just morning. But that doesn't mean if somebody is just saying morning, then next day I should also say morning because they didn't say good morning to me yesterday. No, I will not change my quality because they did not responded the way I expected or something that I had in back of my mind. No. So the feeling of love through your words naturally is also inside out. It's all inside out. How I am connected to the core of my heart, the way I am, it naturally comes through my words. No matter how other people are responding, no matter how they behave, no matter what they say, whether they smile or not, no matter how they feel about me, but I'm gonna feel the way I am. And I'm a loving being. I am love. I'm full of love. And where that love is coming from, it's really because when the being inside this human body is connected to the divinity, the divine supreme, you keep getting that love. The cup of love is totally full and there is no expectation of getting it from other people. It naturally keeps flowing, overflowing all the time. And that happens through your feeling, your vibration, your words, your face, your smile, naturally. I'll tell you one more story of my life. When I first time, started working here in United States, I had no idea how to drive. I never ever thought that I'm gonna drive in my life. I got a job and my manager was, so kind enough that he offered me that, okay, the office was 1.5 hour drive from the suburb of Chicago where I live in. And he offered me that, okay, he can pick me and drop me. And I was like, okay, that's great because I don't know how to drive. So this is really, a good chance that I'm getting. And I said, okay, that's fine, good enough. I was, feeling grateful. After 1 month, all of a sudden he told me that, I am moving to New York. And now from next week, you have to figure out how you need to go to office. The person who don't even know how to drive, and it's 1.5 hour drive. Again, as I said, the being was connected with the supreme divine being. Again, a chit chat happened in my mind to my best friend, and I was just talking that you need to do something about it. I don't know how to drive. And next day, one of my friend, in one day, a person who has never ever thought of driving in their life, in one day, I practiced a little bit. And next day after, I went for my written test. It got cleared. And after 2 days, I went for a driving test for the first time. I was inside my heart, I had no idea if I'm ever going to get a driving license or not. I had no desperation as well, although I had to go to office, but I had no desperation. I started driving for my driving test. Now, when I started driving, there was a stop sign. I stopped. Then I had to take a left. I did it very slowly. Somebody from the back, he honked, and the person who was sitting next to me, he was writing something in the diary, and I was like, he's cutting my number, so maybe something is gonna happen. Then he asked me to just stop by, and just park the car. And in the entire car, there was just one thing that I was not aware of, which was parking light. I did not press the button of the parking light, and I parked the car. And then he asked me, okay, take it back to the road. I did not turn on that signal for taking left, and I took it towards left. He was writing constantly. He was writing something in the diary. And I was like, okay, I'm not sure I'm going to get a driving license or not. It's okay. And the moment we reached back to the DMV office, he told me, you're passed, go and collect your driving license. I was amazed. I was like, I have no idea how did this happen. And this was because I had no desperation. There was no condition, nothing in my heart. I should get it, or I was in fear that what will happen if I will get it. Because what blocks your love, what blocks your feeling and vibration is the question mark. When we keep thinking how this will happen, what will happen, how I am going to do, the feeling of fear, the feeling of doubt, the feeling of questions blocks your love. I had nothing in my mind. I was so much connected with the Supreme Being. I got my driving license. Next day, I got a rental car. I started driving. And I was just, going from a long route, and it was taking me 1.5 hours to reach to that office. And one day, a chit chat started, and I said, okay, let's go to the highway, the freeway. And I just started driving like that. And it's been almost 10 years since I'm driving now. So it's like it's love, the way, it's not about how you express your love to others. It's about how much your core, your inner being is connected to the Supreme Being, and that love is constantly flowing within you. It automatically gets expressed through your words, your feelings, your vibrations, your eyes, your smile, your face. So another way how you express your love is through your thoughts and your attitude. So it's more of like, when you see a cup full of water, either, like it has half water. So people just say that, okay, it's half full. Or some people will say it's half empty. So it's your attitude, how you see it, right? It's all about the attitude of gratitude, the attitude of love, being grateful about what you have received from the Supreme Being in your life, not complaining. So complaining is another thing that blocks your energy, your love. When you keep complaining that, okay, my spouse is doing everything, but not just this one single thing. My children are really good, but just this one single thing. My office is great, but the compensation or just one benefit or just one thing that they're not doing good. If I'm going to office, in this world of uncertainty, I have a job today, but it takes me like 1 hour in the traffic. Oh my God, I don't know how I do it. So it's like complaining about those little things blocks your energy, and you're not able to express your love through your attitude or your thoughts. In order to express that, your thoughts and attitude has to be very clean, no complaint, just the attitude of gratitude that let it flow. Whatever I have, I'm so thankful for this life. I'm so thankful for all the relationship I have. I'm so thankful that I have a beautiful, health, wealth, whatever I have. I'm so thankful that I have a job today in this world of uncertainty. So feeling that attitude of gratitude, let that love flow from you inside out naturally. And the last way how you express your love is through your actions, right? Because if you keep thinking good, you keep talking good, but when it comes into the actions, you're not kind enough. You don't have that compassion for others. You're not really, helping others unconditionally. You have a lot of expectations. You really want to get something in return. It blocks your energy again. So love is not a business. Okay. So sometimes we feel like, okay, I gave you a gift on your birthday, so I also need this on my birthday. I gave you something on your anniversary, so I'm also expecting something back. In office also, if I have helped you in your project work, I also would like you to help me when I need your help. If I'm helping you in the kitchen in the morning, I also need your help in the evening preparing the dinner. It is not love. It's a business. Because I give, you also give. Give and take is a business, not the love. Love is all about giving naturally. It's inside out. You're naturally just giving without asking anything in return. So expressing your love through actions is all about that compassion, that selfless love, the unconditional love is all about giving. No matter how you give, sometimes you patiently wait on the red light for others to pass by. Sometimes you hold a door for others to pass by. Sometimes you do certain things for others without even, them knowing about it. Because I don't want my name to be written on the wall that I did something. I want to do it unconditionally, selflessly, just giving. That's through your action. Now, there are 5 ways we talked about. One is feeling vibration. Second is through your face and your smile. Third is through your thoughts, your attitude. Fourth is your words. And fifth is through the action. Now, out of the 5, if you work on only one thing and make it your specialty, as we have in the medical science, not every doctor is specialized in everything. But the doctors are specialized in one thing. Either they are eye specialist, heart specialist, or they have specialization in one thing. If you do a specialization only in one thing, in one area, start, expressing your love through that one way. Rest of the 4 will automatically come in. Because it is all about inside out. You have to feel that love of Supreme Being and let it flow. So I'll take a pause, and if, we can go into few seconds into silence and connect to ourselves again, feeling that real love within me. Because I am love. I don't have to get love from anywhere. I am love. I have to emerge it. I have to express it. I have to feel it. I am love. It's my quality, my virtue, my strength, my power. I am love. And that supreme divine being, the ocean of love, I keep connecting to that divine, to keep my cup of love full all the time so that it can flow, it can overflow, so that I can give, and give all the time, no matter how many times, no matter until when, and to whom. It's for everybody, every time, every moment. Let it flow. Let it flow naturally. Om Shanti.
Hmm. Om Shanti. So touching. Thank you, sister, for your beautiful stories and experiences. So let's just take a moment to feel into which of these 5 things, the vibrations of love, the loving smile. You know, when you smile at people from their heart, you might have noticed they seem to like it, feel better. The attitude of love, the words of love, or the actions of love. Each one of us is a bit different, and we're naturally drawn to different things. And if you choose one of these things that you're naturally already good at, then that's going to increase, and the other expressions of love will flow. So take a moment to feel into this. Which of these 5 would you love to focus on? And you can type it in the chat if you like. And remember that love is its own reward. So we're not interested in what comes of it afterwards and what we get back. When we are being loving, we ourselves get huge blessings, immediate blessings. We feel better. When we started doing this Link of Love program, we were practicing these things. And I remember going to the supermarket to buy some groceries afterwards. And I remember just feeling like I was entering into a meditation center in my feeling, because the vibrations were so strong and powerful that just experiencing these things becomes this huge blessing in our lives personally. So we're the ones who benefit the most. And of course, that then ripples out from the inside out into the world. So just tune into this. What is a method? And we've got attitude of gratitude, that attitude of love, and smile. By the way, when you smile, everyone can just smile. It actually creates chemicals in your body, changes in your body. So if you just wander around smiling all day long, you will start to feel that happiness and that love and the other vibrations. Who else would like to share one of the things that you'd like to practice? So our aim is to practice this from the heart for 1 week. Yeah, would you like to do it? Just practice for 1 week and experience this for yourself. This is one of the most beautiful gifts that you can give yourself and everyone else in your life. So just take a moment now, feel in which of these 5 things would you love to do? Stacy says pure vibrations and smiling. Isn't that beautiful? You can just be wandering around with your good vibrations, smiling, sending that love. And what it does when we do this, we're pulled up. It's like we're being raised up into this higher level of consciousness. It feels like we're flying. We're flying. So just take a moment now. You're here on this program because you're a loving soul. So which of these would you love to practice? And write it down on a piece of paper if you can, because you can then put this on your fridge or next to your bed or on your computer or in your office or wherever it is. On your mirror is a good place. to remind you that I commit to experiencing this love, just to really feel it or practice it for 1 week. Another comment here is feeling love and vibration, smile, attitude, thoughts, words, and loving actions, all of them just wonderful. Well, isn't that wonderful? See, this is wonderful just to practice all of them. Why not? You know. So one of the things, I do a lot of life coaching and helping people with their lives and their work. And we found that when you write something down on a piece of paper and you put it on your mirror and you look at it, you can put a bunch of them around the house on these little post-it notes, if you like. Then every time you see it, you're reminded of that. And then you're pulled up into that experience. So let's just take a few more moments to write something down, to feel into this. Brother Ken says, loving actions without expectations of return. That's so beautiful, Ken. And what you will find when you start doing this is that your life begins to be pulled into a higher feeling. We've been doing these programs and we're practicing these things ourselves, and all of us felt as if we'd entered into a new realm, and it's almost like walking into a new world as your attention goes into this feeling. And as we connect with the ocean of love, who has that unlimited waterfall of love shining down into us. And another mention, love is a sensation through my body. Yes, it is. So can you imagine how that would feel if that continued continuously for a whole week? You know, of course, we can do it for more than a week. And sending pure thoughts with kind words. That's really beautiful. Good wishes, pure feelings, kind words. Lisa, who was sharing earlier in this program at the beginning, introducing everyone, she shared a story when we were creating this program of how she was getting back to her builder. Lisa might want to share this story yourself. If you want, you can jump in. Otherwise, I'll just mention it briefly. But she was sharing how normally these builders, they get a lot of complaints and negativity from people, but she just wanted to share on a text her love for him and all of his wonderful work. And he was so taken aback, he couldn't even reply because he wasn't used to getting a loving message. And it deeply, deeply touched his heart. So when we share those loving words through a text or through our spoken word, it can really open people's hearts. So I'm sure everyone's written something down, and you can then afterwards you can write it on a piece of paper and stick it around the house to remind you. And now let's take a moment. Angeli's going to share a little meditation for us to hold that intention in our hearts and send that energy out. And hold the vision that it is already done, that this is already done, that you have become this beautiful, loving soul that you already are. And that energy is already going out throughout your week, throughout your life. So let's take a moment to go into that meditation experience.
Om Shanti. So we will be taking a moment to express our love through our feelings, our vibrations, and through our thoughts. Not every time we will be getting an opportunity to express through words and actions. And that too when you are at a place where you are not in contact with so many people around you. But you still want to express your love for the entire world. Often we hear about it. There is an earthquake that happened. There is a tsunami that happened. A fire happened. Or so many things happening around the world. And we feel like, how can I send my love to these human beings around the world? So it's a little meditation practice that we are going to do today. That how we can spread our loving vibrations to every being around the world. So I have a globe on the screen. We can focus our attention and create a thought in your mind the way every day sun shines and spreads the rays all around. A sun never asks that who should I give and who should I not. A sun always spreads the sunlight to every part of the globe. In a similar way, I'm a sun of love. So just create this thought that I'm also like a sun of love, a sparkling star, as the sun is also one of the stars in the planet, in this space, in this universe. I'm also a star, a sun of love. And my every thought, my every feeling is reaching out to the entire world, to all the souls, all the beings, to all the elements, to the nature. So let's do it together, where we can spread this love like the sun to the entire world. So visualize yourself as a star, a tiny sparkling star. A star full of love. Overflowing love. Love is naturally flowing from me to everywhere around me. And visualize yourself on the top of the globe. I'm a very powerful, sparkling star who is connected to the divine, supreme being who is ocean of love. My heart is connected to the ocean of love. The being is connected to the Supreme Being. As if I am connected to the powerhouse. And the moment I connect, the love starts flowing. To the entire world. And I start creating beautiful thoughts for everyone. May all the souls, the beings, nature receive this pure love of divine. And feel it, how this love in a form of vibration spreading into the universe. It's being radiated in a form of light, in a form of vibrations. Hold yourself in this moment without any distractions. I'm connected to the ocean of love, and the love is flowing naturally to the entire world. Just be in this moment. And let everyone in the world feel the love, the real love. The eternal love, unconditional love. To make it more powerful, I can also visualize as if there are a lot of human beings in front of my eyes. And this love is constantly flowing in the form of light and vibrations. Inside out. That pure feeling of love. That compassion. That acceptance for everybody. Just open your heart. And in order to let this love flow without any blockage, forgive everybody. Forgive every being in this world. I'm not holding off anything, no grudges for anyone. Just let it go. Open your heart. Make it big. I'm a son of love who needs nothing in return. Just give, forgive, and give love. Accept everyone as they are, with no intention to change, no intention to get anything in return. Just let the pure love flow from you to every being in the world. I forgive everyone, no matter what that scene, conversation, or the situation was. No matter how they behaved, how they talked to me, what they did to me, it's okay. Just open your heart and let it go. Forgive them. Forgive everyone. Remove all the blockages. Remember, you are connected to the ocean of love. The one who is unconditionally loving you, accepting you as who you are. Just feel as if you are a star under the rays of the sun, the Supreme Being. I feel it. His rays like two hands, and I can feel that hug full of love from the divine. I feel that acceptance for me from the Supreme Being. In the same way, I accept everyone. My feelings, my vibrations, my thoughts, my attitude, everything is changing in this moment. There is a big transformation happening within me. I accept everyone. Acceptance is love. Giving is love. Compassion is love. Just let it flow. In this moment, I'm connected to the entire universe. It's an internal feeling of love, radiating to everyone. We are the eternal family in the canopy of Supreme Being. We all are connected to each other with this beautiful feeling of love and acceptance. No blockage, nothing in my heart anymore. It's just love, love, and acceptance. I feel so light. That I can fly anytime, for a minute, on the top of the globe. And I can just radiate my pure love for everyone. It's a magic. It's a transformation. That's making my heart so big that the love is naturally flowing inside out. With this feeling of light, with this feeling of love and acceptance, with this feeling of eternity, I come back in this consciousness that within this healthy human body, I'm a sparkling star, a being, a tiny point of light, sun of love, who keeps radiating love naturally, anytime, anywhere, through my eyes, through my face, through my words, through my actions, through my vibrations, my attitude and my feelings. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. This has definitely been a very informative and experiential couple of hours that we had together. Let us all continue remembering that we are stars, the living stars, the sun of love that we heard, that reaches out to the entire world, starting with reaching out to myself. I would like to thank all of you for being here with us for this couple of hours, all of the participants, and that you have left comments and shared your thoughts in the chat room. Thanking all the presenters for sharing this rich and wonderful virtue of love with all of us unconditionally. And for anyone else, for anyone who is looking for the contact information you see on the screen here, this is the link to a page where it's showing the centers nearest to you in the Pacific time zone. For the other ones who are not in the Pacific time zone, you can go to the Brahma Kumari's main page and the main website to look at the centers near you. But nowadays, what experience is showing is that Zoom is proving that, and there are no boundaries, there are no limitations, and no geography. So we're all together in it. And that's why it's so important for us to be able to reach out to the rest of the world with this vibration of love. So, because the world is so much in need of love, peace, happiness, and at this point, hope. So we have all received some tips and some tools on what to do. And now from here onwards, it's all up to each and every one of us how to create this vibration globally. I thank all of you for being here and wish you a very good afternoon and good evening wherever you are. Om Shanti.